What is up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And today, I did miss yesterday's podcast episode. I'm sorry for that, but we're going to make up for it. So, we're going to go over Sunday and Monday's NHL games, and then go over the NHL standings, which we were supposed to do yesterday because it was NHL Monday. And then we're going to go over my predictions for tomorrow's NHL games, as we do daily on here. But, what we're going to start doing daily also, you see as my tab if you're watching this and you do watch it Spotify. You can't see it, but still. It is my fantasy league. Well, my ESPN fantasy hockey league. I drafted this team during the off season. Not too long before the season started, I made a podcast episode live. Drafting team, you can go watch that if you want. But I haven't been keeping track of it with this. So we're gonna start doing that daily starting today. We're gonna do that before we do review all the games. But before we do even that, we're gonna do some shout outs. So all of my social medias, my website, my my Spotify, my Twitch Discord, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. I said Spotify. USHL discussion Facebook group with 5.2 thousand USHL fans that I made myself. Made the Facebook group, and about a Saints for Life group, Facebook group with about 1,000 Saints fans. Got all that stuff, as well as a paragraph and a half of who I am and what I do on here, what this podcast is, and then another paragraph of how to contact me if you have any comments, questions, concerns about this podcast. So all the stuff you need to know is in the description of this podcast episode. Previous one, go ahead check it out if you haven't already. You can check it out again, but yeah, that is out of the way. Indeed, indubitably. Let's get into this here. So right now, let's see, view full standings. All right. I clinched a playoff spot. Let's go. Go. Salmon Slayers, bro. Those kids cook. The other conference, we got Leather. He not. Oh, he clinched a division. I was gonna say, but he clinched a division. Nobody else in his entire conference made a playoffs. Ooh. Okay, so look at the projected playoff bracket. Here's the projected playoff bracket. Okay. I'm the 4 seed, and I'll play the number 1 seed. Oh my. Yeah, that's how we're doing at fantasy right now. We're not doing okay. Like to do better. For sure, for sure. For sure, though. Okay, so yeah, I would face number one seed right now. That'd be tough. If I was able to get the dub, I'd be happy. I mean, obviously, I'd be happy to be in playoffs, but let's back it up here, though. Let's look at my team specifically. Let's see how we're doing so far this year. I mean, you can see our standings and stuff. I just want to get into the main bracket, which I think I've already clinched the main bracket. I think. Because everybody else got eliminated, so I think if that's, yeah. Okay, so thinking here, we got a couple players that have been carrying my team. Just based off the player. So we got like Leon Draisaitl, who has the most goals in the NHL by quite a decent margin right now. By like 10 or something, 10 goals or something like that. Braden Point's been doing good. Stuhl's been doing good. Nietzsche's been good, especially joining the Avalanche. Him joining the Avalanche really helped my fantasy team. Idea. Um, Jake Gunsel, Besser, DeBrusk, Stan Coven needs to pick it up for my fantasy team. Nason started out so good, bro. He was absolutely on fire to start the season, and he had done nothing since, but still. Josh Morris, he's been great. His team's been the best in the league, literally. Sanderson's been great. Forsling, not been great offensively. Great defensively, not great offensively. For sure. Shane Gotts is fair. He's had his moments. He's been getting quite a bit of assists, but not racking up goals. Lane Hudson, speaking of racking up assists, he's been racking up a lot of assists. And Quinn Hughes hasn't been healthy for a while. When he's healthy, he's great, though. Matthew Nice. But you got Igor Shesterkin, whose team's been sucking. Sorokin's been off and on. And Swayman hasn't had a great season. So my goalies can pick it up, bro. I should be able to win this league. Easy, though. Easy. Okay, so let's look at some of the opposing teams real quick. So this is the guy I'm more than likely gonna face in the first round. Nikita Kucherov, Marner, Dylan Strome, and cooking. Mikael Grenlin's gonna be cooking, especially as of late. Dallas Stars top 6 right now. Andre Kopitar's been off and on. Kale McCarr, Noah Dobson, Victor Hedman. Victor Hedman and Kale McCarr, oh my goodness. Mo Seider, Neil Pionk, been great. Yeah, I got me right now though. But let's look at the match. Let's look at the scoreboard for this week, and then we're gonna go over to like what we're supposed to do outside of this. Look at the scoreboard for this week. We're gonna look at the scoreboard every day. This podcast to see if anything's changed. Oh, number one's losing. The number one versus number one right now. Look at Phil Gustafson, bro. Phil Gustafson. Yeah. Second in the East Division, second in my division. Above me right now, Smack and Glissy, 7 and 13. Yeah. Can this guy lose, bro? Like, oh my God, Lizzie, you're selling the bet. This is Taco's 2-18. That's tough, and he's losing already. The other team isn't even doing that good. He's still losing. That's just how bad he is. Daniel's daring team being Steve Smart team with a battle of the mid, and the winner being smacking Toronto Maple Leafs 22.9 to 6.2. Jake Sanderson's got 5.5 points. Dressel's got 3.4. He's just got 2.5. Yep, we're cooking. We're cooking. That's just simply how it is. We're just cooking. Keep it going. 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 Okay, let's look at this. The Devils defeat the Flyers 3-1 on the road. 23 saves and 24 shots against. For I believe Markstrom, I think. Yeah. Devils huge win, winnable game. They need to, especially since how beat up they are. They need to win these games that they know they can, and they got the W there. Capitals looks on it iffy there for a second, then end up defeating the Kraken 4-2. 30 saves and 32 shots against Logan Thompson. I believe Logan Thompson may have been either way. Penguins upset the Wild on the road. 29 saves and 30 shots against for Nedeljkovic, I'm gonna assume. So yeah. And get a W. Crowd being more can score. I don't remember who scored the other one, but yeah. Hurricanes defeat the Jets 4-2 at home. The Hurricanes are on fire. They just beat the Lightning today. So yeah, they're on fire right now. But yeah. Blue Jackets smacked the Rangers 7-3 on the road. Adam Fantilli gets a hat trick in MSG. What a smack in there. And the Kings were up on the Knights by quite a few goals. The Knights came all the way back, but unable to get the game time goal. That would have been a ridiculous comeback at home, but they were unable to get the game time goal. The Kings on barely. And for all my fantasy leagues, I update the teams daily for all my fantasy teams, including all my fantasy teams, including that one. By the way, yesterday, Sabres upset the Oilers 3-2 at home, which is 34-23 in favor of Buffalo. Stuart Skinner. That last goal is not his fault, but I don't know about the other goals. But yeah, he's not been playing great, that's for sure. Ottawa Senators somehow found a way to beat the Red Wings. 48 saved and 49 shots against Flynn Solmark at home is gonna get you the job done most of the time. Avalanche beat Blackhawks 3-0 at home. 20 save shutout for Mackenzie Blackwood, I believe. Leafs take down the Hockey Club 43 in a shootout, but there was a fight during this game. And Simon Benoit literally threw a Superman punch, missed it, and then got hit in the head, like back of the head with like right hand, like unanswered, like 7 times in a row. That's hilarious. You need to watch that clip if you haven't already. It's a great clip. Great clip, bro. Great clip. Honestly, great clip. Absolutely, honestly, just fantastic. You see the I reposted it on my X page, but like the picture, bro. That picture is good. Absolutely great. But yeah, in the what's on the Eastern Conference Atlantic Division as per usual. Number one's Florida Panthers 40-22-3 for 83.3 in the last 10. The Panthers team's cooking right now. They did just lose the Bruins. They were up. They were controlling the game. Ended up falling down in that game, but not worried about the Panthers. They bounced back. The fact that they were controlling that game the whole time was a good sign. They can stay consistent throughout the full 60 minutes. To be dangerous, but let's see if they can do that. 2 Toronto Maple Leafs 39-22-3 for 81 points. 6-3-1 in the last 10. Leafs also doing really good. They have one game in hand on the Panthers with 2 left points, so it's assuming they win that extra game in hand, they'll be tied with the Panthers. 3 Tampa Bay Lightning 37-23 and 4 for 78 points, 73 in the last 10. They were pretty far away from the Leafs and Panthers, but then they won like the 8-game win streak. Whatever, and now they're 3 points behind the Leafs and 5 behind the Panthers. Same amount of games played at the Leafs, 1 game in hand on the Panthers. Atlantic is super strong. Number 1, the Metro is watching Capitals 42-14, 8 for 92 points, 6-3-1 in the last 10. And 4-game win streak. There for a minute, they were sliding down. They're like, what do we do? We gotta win. And then now they're starting to figure it out, but they've shown signs like, are they getting exposed sometimes? But I don't know. Number 2, Hurricane 39-22 and 4 for 82 points, 73 in the last 5-game win streak. They have not lost since trading Mikko Rantanen. This team's really, really good. I don't know how well they're gonna do in the playoffs because of their lack of superstar talent, but we're gonna have to see what they can do. Number 3, the New Jersey Devils, 35, 25, and 6 for 76.55 the last 10. The team's been shaky. They've been able to get big wins, but they've also lost games. They're like, come on, you can win. Some of those games earlier in the season that they know they should have won, that they didn't, are going to come back to bite them now because of how beat up they are, and they need to fight for their lives right now. Good matchup spot. In the wild card race, number 1, the Ottawa Senators, 34, 25, and 5 for 73 points. 5-4-1 the last 10 4-game win streak. Senators looking like they're going to make the playoffs. They're looking nasty right now. They're winning games any way possible. They get heavily outshot. Omok's into his head. Omok a goalie doesn't have a great night. They score a lot of goals. Power plays cooking. Penalty kills not letting up. No goals. Whole team's doing great right now. 2 is the Blue Jacket, 31, 25, and 8 for 70 points, 5-4-1 the last 10. This team's doing really good right now. Scoring at will. Goaltending and defense definitely a problem in the playoffs, but right now the goal is to make the playoffs right now. And then below that, we got the Rangers, Bruins, Canadians, Red Wings, Islanders, Flyers, Penguins, and Sabres. We got teams like the Rangers that we all know if Igor Shesterkin can do what he was doing the past few years, they can definitely make the playoffs. Boston Bruins, same thing. Swayman can start playing like we know he can, and the offense can start scoring. They can make the playoffs. Canadians, what they were doing before, they can make the playoffs. Red Wings, same thing. If the offense can score and the Cam Talbot can do a thing, they can definitely make the playoffs. Islanders, maybe even if they can stay healthy, which they have been recently, they can definitely make the playoffs. Don't have to see how that works, but my 3 Atlantic Division spots, I think number 1's going to be Panthers, number 2 Leafs, number 3 Lightning. In the Metro, number 1 Capitals, number 2 Hurricanes, number 3 Devils. In the wild card race, number 1's going to be Ottawa, in my opinion. I think they're just cooking at a high rate right now. They just really deep on that forward core. They're healthy now, at least for the most part. Pretty healthy from what I've seen. Like, honestly, I'm pretty sure they're fully healthy. At least they have a new injury. On the D core, Omok's really, really good right now. They're fully healthy. This team's absolutely filthy right now. They're wanting playoff hockey, and I think they're going to get it this year. And number 2, it's a toss-up between, honestly, the Blue Jackets, Rangers, Bruins, Canadians, Red Wings, Islanders. So, yes, I named off the entire Eastern Conference wildcard race, but still, that's just how it goes. But yeah. I think number 2, I want to say the Blue Jackets, but I don't know. I'm going to say... I'm going to say the Rangers are still going to squeak in. I think Igor Shesterkin's going to do something that we don't expect. And I think he's going to do something and carry the team in the playoffs. Are they going to do much in the playoffs? Depends the matchup they get, but maybe. But yeah, there's that. I think Ottawa's going to get first wildcard spot. They're looking too good right now. I don't see a flaw in this team besides maybe the defensive depth, but it's been really good too. Besides the last game. The last game was definitely concerning. They got 49 shots, but excluding the Ombach performance, he's not going to do that every day. So if they need to lock that down, but besides that, I mean, they're doing good. Number 1 in the Central, we got the Winnipeg Jets, 45, 17, and 4 for 94 points, 6, 3, and 1 in the last 10. Jets, they've shown a couple of flaws, but not very recent, not very much, very rarely. And the Jets, best goaltender in the world, great defense, one of the best offenses in the entire NHL. One of the best home teams in the entire NHL. Nasty team all around. Watch out for them in the playoffs. Creating some separation between them and number 2 in the Central, Dallas Stars, 42, 20, and 2 for 86 points. And 2 in the last 10. This team is absolutely demolishing any competition they play, for the most part. Andre's playing like how we know he can. His defense has been playing really good, actually. The right defensive depth, like right side of the defense, that depth is kind of concerning for playoffs, but regular season, they're clearly cooking. And defense in the playoffs right now, we're going to have to see how that goes out, especially if they play teams like the Avalanche and the Jets. But they both have, I don't know if the Jets and the Avalanche have that necessarily big of defensive problems. Maybe the Jets, like on paper, it's not phenomenal, but I don't know. But yeah. And then the forward core, like, is great. Like, one of the best I've ever seen right now after acquiring Mikko incident. It's absolutely nasty. Filthy up and down the lineup, and especially with Taylor Seguin when he comes back. Oh my goodness. So yeah, special teams phenomenal. Dallas Stars right there. Number 3 in the Central Division is the Colorado Avalanche. I overtook Minnesota Wild from last week, 39-24 and 3 for 81.72 in the last 10. They are playing great right now. They're scoring at the highest they have all season. They're playing great defense, and they're getting the pucks getting kept out of their net by the great goaltending, great defense. They're really doing really good right now. Really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, I was just looking at something, but yeah, the Avalanche right now are looking really good. They overtook Wild for that 3 spot. If they're able to keep that, which I believe they will, Stars in the Avalanche first round series, you better tune into every single one of those games. Because trust me, that's gonna be absolutely fantastic. In the Pacific Division, number one Vegas Golden Knights 38-19-7 for 83 points. They're starting to create some separation there. They're working on it. 2-1 the last 10. They did just lose to the Penguins in overtime on the road. They outplayed them heavily, but they were not able to get the win. Unfortunate sequence of events there, but I'm really high in the Knights right now. They're really good right now. But number 2 is Edmonton Oilers 37-22-4 for 78 points, 3-7 in the last 10. Their problems are showing out. They can score goals. Like there's times like Sabres games they only scored 2. You would like to score more, but they played good. 34 shots. Got stopped in 32 of them. Good goaltending performance, but defense it's been pretty good at times, but they've had a low shots against for most of the time. But the shots that they let up are horrendous, and they're just impossible to stop. But Stuart Skinner also, on the stuff that he should be saving, he doesn't save. But the stuff that he should save, he saves. So it's really just iffy with Stuart Skinner. It depends on one night you could get Primar Tambrador, the next night you could get you can just get Swiss cheese. So I don't know. Let's see what happens there. But yeah, number 3, Los Angeles Kings 33-20-9 for 75 points, 4-3-3 in the last 10 game win streak. They have 2 games in hand on the Orioles with 3 less points. They're right there. If they win both of those extra games in hand, they'll be ahead of the Oilers. Hope you know that. The Oilers need to start winning soon. There's the 2 wildcard teams right now. Number 1's Minnesota Wild, 37-28 and 4 for 78 points, 5-5 in the last 10. They're 3 points behind the Avalanche. They're pretty safely in the playoffs spot right now. They're 9 points ahead of Vancouver Canucks, who are not in the playoffs right now. It'd be terrible if they end up missing the playoffs. I think they're going to make the playoffs, but heading in the playoffs, if they play a team like the Knights, which is likely right now because the Jets are kind of running away with the Western Conference standing like points wise. So assuming they do hang on to that Western Conference right now and they win it, and the Wild get number 1 wildcard spot, which is what it's looking like right now. It should probably be the Knights and the Wild first round matchup. And for the Wild, I'm not liking that. Because they're super good on the road. The Knights are really, really good at home. And the Knights are pretty okay on the road. Pretty decent on the road, but the Wild are pretty bad at home. So, and the Knights are overall a better team. So you don't got the home and like, oh, I'm really good on road. You're really bad at home. Wild don't have that advantage. So all the advantages that the Wild have in the Knights, really, it's kind of out of the window. Besides goaltending, probably I would say, but still, that's about it. Everything else, the Knights are probably better at. Number 2 in the wild card is Calgary Flames, 30-23-10 for 70 points, 4-3-3 in the last 10. Yeah, they're doing really good right now. Dustin Wolf's making a solid case for a Calder vote right now, which is Rookie of the Year, if you didn't. But yeah, and that she's been great. So yeah, but Vancouver Canucks are right there too. Blues are also tied with the Canucks, right behind the Flames, but Canucks have 2 games in hand. Hockey Club are right there as well. But I think that I'm going to say the Flames get that last wild card spot. I want to say what I've been saying. The Canucks are not looking good right now, and the Flames are looking better. A lot better. So, yeah, I'm going to get the Flames to get that spot. think it'd be a really cool story if they've been from like that. Oh yeah, that team's gonna be a bottom 5 in the league to be being like, oh yeah, I won a playoff spot. If they get in the playoff spot, and they're probably gonna match up against the Jets, which is Battle of Western Canada, by the way, a phenomenal matchup. But would it go their way? More than likely not. I mean, that probably wouldn't be a very pretty series, but it would be a heck of a fun series to watch. The Jets and the Flames, phenomenal. Wild and the Knights, that has a making to be a phenomenal series. Orioles and the Kings, well, we've seen that for 3 straight years, so we've already know how that goes. It's actually a pretty decently entertaining series at times, but overall it's pretty And then the Stars and the Avalanche are absolutely feed families, bro. So like cinema, bro, cinema. So yeah, but my Central Division rankings is how it is right now. Number 1, Jets. Number 2, Stars. Number 3, Avalanche. My Pacific Division standings actually exactly how it is right now as well. Knights, Oilers, Kings, and the Wild Card is exactly how it is right now too. Wild and the Flames. So I think with that being said, that would be a phenomenal playoffs. A couple of great series out of the West. A couple of great series out of the West right now. But out of the East, if it goes exactly how it is right now, which is how I'm predicting it to go, it would be the Panthers, Senators first round matchup, which would be a Chuck Bowl, Matthew versus Brady, 2 very physical, gritty teams that really like playoff hockey. Oh my goodness, that'd be absolutely cinema to watch. Brady versus Matthew, 2 gritty teams, 2 physical teams. A team that's defending Stanley Cup champions, back-to-back defending Eastern Conference champion versus a team that just ended the playoff drought and are ready for playoff hockey. Oh my goodness. Imagine how loud those crowds would be, especially in Ottawa, how loud they go. That's absolutely insane. The Leafs and the Lightning, we've seen it before, but it'd be so good. Very high scoring as well, Mike. 2 great goalies and 2 great offenses. And then we got Capitals and the Blue Jackets. That's a good series. You know what? I really like Ovi, but the Blue Jackets, dude. How cool would it be if they get past the first round and they upset the Capitals? I would hate to see Ovi get out in the first round because they like Ovi and all, but like, boy. And then it would be the Hurricanes and Devils, which we saw that 2 years ago in the second round. It was a great series. Hurricanes won 6 games. I think this series, the Hurricanes are fully healthy, if they still are, versus the Devils, who Dougie Hamilton's week to week, could be back by then, but I don't know how healthy he'll be. Jack Hughes is out for the rest of the year. And Kovacevic, I think Sleegenhall is out for the rest of the year as well. So, pretty interesting there, but beat up Devils team. But if the Devils can get Dougie Hamilton back and get a little bit steady, maybe they can win a couple games. Well, they will win a couple games just because Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Dougie Hamilton should be back by then. Kovacevic, those guys, Jacob Markstrom and Net, they'll win a couple games that series. It'd probably be Hurricanes winning 6 games that series again as well. But I don't know. Devils have been pretty scrappy. But the Hurricanes are on a 5-game win streak right now. That would be good. The Western Conference definitely has a better playoff bracket right now. The only series that's questionable is the Knights and the Wild, but I still think that series is really pretty good to watch. It's a new series. Like with the playoff format, I think it's a good idea, but we have a lot of the same matchups over and over again. But the Knights and the Wild are actually a new matchup. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this package episode. I hope you enjoyed our case. Night watches live, after live at night. It's even morning, evening, afternoon. Oh wait. We gotta go with my predictions. Real quick, tomorrow's game predictions. Oh, I did 2/12/25. It's not February. Not February. I'm a little bit month late. That is interesting. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, so March 12th, 2025 game predictions. I have the Red Wings defeating Buffalo. Buffalo is pretty decent, but the Red Wings are desperate for a win right now. I think they're going to get it. Going to beat Vancouver. This is a pivotal matchup for Western Conference wildcard standings. Vancouver Canucks now looking greatest. Flames looking better. Dustin Wolf playing out of his mind. Give me Dustin Wolf and the Flames to get the W. Hockey Cup and the Ducks. 2 teams fighting for Western Conference wildcard spot. 2 teams that are Very young, very fun to watch, but looking for a wild card spot. Very entertaining matchup, but I think it'll give me the hockey club. It says mom. Okay. It's supposed to say Montreal, like Montreal. But you get the point. You get the point, right? You get the point. So Montreal defeats Seattle. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the packet episode. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night. Live watches after live at night. Season morning, evening, afternoon, or time watches. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Notification channel if you haven't already. Follow the podcast watching Spotify. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode 33, season 9. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 34, season 9. Peace.